What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of EdgeWorks Knife Studio. Today I'm going to do something that's going to be fairly simple. This will also include the giveaway winners for the Cheefarcuut 1000 grit stone. I do have to let those know that didn't win that there will be a chance to win another. It will be announced soon. But for now, I'll announce the current winners. I've actually been sick the last couple of days. My coworker, whom I think is the one that got us all sick, tested positive for COVID today. So I've been completely down and out. Hopefully I don't actually have COVID, but that's neither here nor there. Today, the video is about the Vevor 50 kilogram, 110 pound anvil. Now, I will do more videos on this anvil, but it's really cold and I don't feel that great. So I do apologize, but I wanted to demonstrate some basics and how good this anvil is. For those that use anvils or have used anvils, you know the importance of having a good one. So I wanted to just kind of show off just a few key features of how it functions. It'll be a super short video, so keep that in mind. Another thing I'm going to do, not today, I will be demonstrating my Vevor 2x72 belt grinder. You can probably see the belts hanging up here in the back for that grinder. And I'll probably start selling these knives. This is like what I call my signature style, whatever. As you can see there, this still needs finished. I have been working on it, but it's kind of a Skinner type or whatever you want to call it, bushcraft, whatever. This one still needs some finished grinding and stuff. This is just a rough grind. But anyway, just for example's sake. Huh, that clumsy. When you don't feel good, you can't hold on to things. In the hand, you can kind of get an idea of the blade size. You know, it's a useful little thing. It's a fixed blade, whatever. I'll be doing others and stuff too, but again, that's for another video. So I'll announce the winners at the end of this video. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch this video with you guys and commentate it to give you some understanding. What I'll go over is you'll see me do the bounce test or ping test with a hammer. I would have used a ball bearing, but I didn't have any. How the anvil bounces is a really good sign of the quality and how well the steel has been treated. This anvil is heat treated to between 55 and 58 HRC. It's roughly around $210. There is a coupon in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment. If you use that link and use the coupon code, you will receive a discount on the anvil if this is something you're interested in. It doesn't have to be this anvil specifically if you don't need this size. But you can use it for any of them or anything on the site, really. There's a site code too. So this anvil, I also compare it to my older anvil. It's pretty old. I don't know the brand because I haven't been able to uncover it properly, but I do plan to give it a cleaning, so I know. But again, I don't know the brand. But it is old. It's at least 50, 60 years old. So, and it's a good anvil. So I compare it. You can hear the denseness of the old one versus this one. Then I also show you like a Harbor Freight one and how they just thud and they dent and they scratch the surface. So let's go ahead and we'll get started and we'll watch this video. I appreciate you guys tuning in too. And like I said, I'll give the giveaway announcement at the end. So here you can see I've got them side by side. I did this just a little earlier today. But I've got one of my hammers here. And I'm just kind of giving you a side-by-side comparison, a scroll around. As you can see, that one is old. It's also been weathered. Whoever had it before me must have kept it outside, or, if you have something that long, it's going to eventually rust anyway if you don't oil it up and stuff. You just got to remember you're using water sometimes whenever you're hammering. Excuse me, sorry about that. I have to cut that. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and give it kind of a hit test. I'm making sure that this is recording because this has happened too many times before. So I'm giving it a light tap, and I'm just letting it reflex off the surface. As you can see, it's bouncing really well. There's going to be a point here where it looks like I'm actually hammering really fast, and it's not me swinging fast, it's the hammer reflexing and bouncing back that fast. So you can hear the ping difference in the Vevor. And those are not me striking fast like that. So as you can see there, I mean, already you can tell it's a pretty quality piece of equipment. And as you look at the sizes too, it has everything that older anvil has. The horn is sharper, which I like that. I don't mind the horn on the other one, but this one being, you know, quite a bit more narrow towards the tip, you can do a lot of different type of work. So I'm using the old anvil first, and I'm not doing quality strikes, but now I'm just kind of doing a peening action with the peen side here. And I'm going back because I forgot to hit it on both sides and keep it kind of flat and straight, so I got to fix that. But you can hear, you know, that this anvil does, I mean, it sounds solid. It sounds good. And with its feedback and bounce back, it gives you what you need in an anvil. But you'll see a huge difference here in a minute. Whenever I put it on the Vevor, I'm going to stick it back in the forge. And I'm going to bring it right back over to the Vevor. Now listen to the difference. Oh, I'm brushing off the scale. I'm also mentioning the scuffing on the surface when I went like that. There's not really a lot of surface indentation, but there was like a minor, like a corner strike maybe. That was my fault, you know. And again, on that anvil, it doesn't really do that because it's properly hardened. You'll get some surface scuffing and things like that, but not like what you'll see with the Harbor Freight anvil. That thing, it's like a piece of mild steel. Apparently I underestimated how long I had it heating. Hope everybody's had a good week, and it's day off Monday. I wanted to do some more videos, but man, I just have not felt like it. All right, here we go. And there's the dogs. The dogs decided to go crazy, but you can hear it. I do apologize for the dogs, but you should be able to hear the pinging over them barking, I would hope. Doing a little tip work as well. You know, just demonstrating how proper this surface is. It would definitely help if I could strike it right, but man, I'm just I'm so weak today. But I don't know if you guys can see the difference in the bounce back too on this even versus the better anvil. I mean, that thing's giving me a good amount of bounce. So what you can do is use that inertia for another swing without having to hit it, bring your arm up with force, and then drive it back down with force. So you're able to hit it, rest slightly, and then hit it again with down force instead of up and down force. That looked pretty suspect, didn't it? But yeah, that helps quite a bit. On other demonstrations, wiping off the scale here, on other demonstrations I'm going to use my hot cut and show how it's properly sized for a tool insert or a hot cut insert and other kind of attachments. What I'm doing here is I'm looking at the surface for indentations. On that first round I didn't see any. I think at the end I got one tiny little one. But like I'm saying, we'll do a more extensive review on this anvil. Here we go. I'm going to try and form the tip. Nice and pingy. Just checking for flatness now. This knife too was kind of a junk knife. This is one that had a failed grind. So that's finished with this particular demonstration. What I'm going to do is this is going to fade out and we'll see this Harbor Freight anvil. This is about a 55 pound roughly. And you can hear the difference whenever this strikes. It's just a thud and it doesn't really bounce back. It's just, yeah, now you can see here, see those indentations? Watch them as I strike it. Another one, another one. So it is absolutely marring the surface just with hammer strikes. Yep. So there you have it. That's the Vevor anvil introduction. I'm going to do, like I said, more extensive review, but man, it's cold. I don't feel good. So let me get you guys the winners. So congratulations to, and if I say these wrong, I do apologize. Now remember, I said it in both the videos, you have to be located in the United States for this drawing. There is going to be a European one, but yeah, for this drawing, this is for United States people because it's coming out of the Amazon US warehouse. So if you're not located in the States, I can't have them send you one, but I can maybe find a way to get you one a different way. So it is Steve Moreno J9S, R of Bert, Bird Dog 61999, 13 Aphomet, which I'm assuming it's like Baphomet. But that makes sense because 13 looks like a B. See, I'm not slow. And John Ballard 4453. Congratulations, guys. You are the winners. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Sorry I didn't have more for you today and more sharpening related stuff. Yeah, it's just not been good. So, but I do appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm sorry I didn't get the drawing announced, the winners announced the other day. I just haven't been able to. So I'm going to try, if I feel better, tomorrow or Monday, because I'm off both days for a holiday. I'm going to try and get another video out and give you guys some more stuff that I've been working on. But until then, I appreciate you guys giving me the support. You guys mean the world to me, and you guys are the reason I do it. So until then, I'll see you guys, and I hope you have a good weekend. Peace.